I am live. Hopefully you can all hear me okay. Let me know in the chat if this is working, but I got a meeting to get to in Denver, and I thought I would go ahead and chat with y'all as I'm heading out over there. So we'll see how this angle works, and hopefully y'all can hear me okay. But here's the deal. Colorado now made it into the top 25, which is awesome. And I was kind of surprised to see that Duke was right ahead of them at 24. I thought that they would be ranked a little bit higher after their just absolute dismantling of Clemson. But here we are. The Buffs get an upset win by, really it was a 24-point swing based on what we were favored to lose by. And we see the Buffs sneak into the top 25. This is what I was expecting. I was chatting with some friends yesterday. I have a friend that is a beat reporter that covers Ohio State football, and he was expecting the Buffs to actually be in ranked number 21. But I told him, man, I got this feeling that they're just gonna give us 25. Not like wanting to give us some credit, but really not like a ton of credit. You know what I'm saying? So this doesn't surprise me. This is what I was expecting. I do think that the team should be ranked a few spots higher, but hopefully we get a dominant win against Nebraska, and it's just forward momentum from here on out. But yeah, I was a little surprised. Brett McMurphy, is he with CBS? I forget who he's with, but obviously covers college football. He didn't even have Colorado in his top 25, which, I think all this is hilarious. He moved Duke all the way up to, I think, 15 or 14, and then doesn't even have Colorado in his top 25. And I think this reminds me of what Bucky's been saying, tweeting at the media saying, like, are you guys not learning anything right now? As long as you guys continue to doubt us, you're writing your own narratives. Like, we're going to continue to outperform these expectations and prove the haters wrong. And I think whether you agree with or disagree with this number 25 ranking nationally, I have a pretty good feeling that this team, they do not feel like that is that is high enough, that's giving them the respect that they do. And I hope they take this rank personally, and they really go out and add this to that big old chip on the shoulder going into this Nebraska matchup. And I love how Coach Prime was saying earlier today that this thing is personal. He gets the rivalry, and that is just so refreshing. All right, I'm coming up here at a light. Let me see what else. Do we worry about Nebraska style make fights, right? Well, not particularly worried, but I would like to see, us win another dogfight. Like, let's show that championship composure, that poise. I want to see this team win different ways, And so if Nebraska makes this a dogfight, good on them. But I still feel good about this team winning in a dogfight, or in a what we saw last week, where it's just essentially whoever can score last, I guess, wins the game, right? We can win in a shootout, we can win in a dogfight. What other team has the dog designation on their jerseys? Y'all tell me if y'all know another one. That was the first time I ever seen anything like that, and that's really cool. Again, we're doing things that nobody else has done in college football, and you'll love to see it. But yeah, AP has ranked Colorado 19. Is that ESPN then that I'm seeing at 25? What am I looking at 25? If we're ranked 19, absolutely, man, that's higher than what I was expecting. like I just said, I was expecting us to kind of come in here and get that 25 overall ranking. Does the coaches poll just have us lower or something like that? Obviously, if I wasn't driving, I could get into this, but I saw on ESPN they had us ranked at 25. So that's what I'm going off of. Hopefully that makes it clearer. Well, the ESPN Power Rankings had them at 21, but let me check here real quick. My bad, guys. That's the coaches poll. The coaches poll has us ranked at 25, and I love to see that the AP has us at 19. You know, I was not expecting that. So when I park here, I'll have to change my title to 19, 19 and 25 respectively. But you know, that's great to see, man. The media giving us more due than what I was expecting, and these coaches got to get right. Another thing that I wanted to mention, I saw that Miles Slusher got banged up in the game against TCU on Saturday, so he is expected to be out. So I saw in the depth chart at that star position that Jaden Milner-Jones was the backup on that first depth chart to Miles Slusher. So will we see another true freshman on the field on Saturday? That's a question that I have. Or, you know, will we see some more looks from guys like Roderick Ward, right? Or Cameron Silman-Craig? You know, I would like to see some more of those guys too. Especially Cameron Silman-Craig. I feel like he could do well in that star role as well, but y'all correct me if I'm wrong. What you guys think about that? But overall, man, I love to see that we're going up in the rankings. We pulled off a big upset. Y'all let me know where Duke is at in the AP poll, because they were very impressive yesterday, and they got a heck of a young quarterback. I think they were calling him White Michael Vick, which was awesome. So I watched a little bit of that game, and I'm guessing, I can't remember right now, but I'm guessing Florida State is in that top four now, and you got to expect that they got to be one of the favorites to make the college football playoff, and therefore is one of those national title contenders right now. Very, very impressive. But man, yeah, this coaches poll, this should add a chip on the shoulder to the team. At number 25, you think coaches, man, they would be able to understand and respect the job that Coach Prime, Sean Lewis, Charles Kelly, and all, you know, the rest of the staff has been able to do with this team, right? But kind of surprised to see that the media is ranking Colorado higher than the coaches poll. But maybe the coaches, man, they just don't want to give Coach Prime, you know, their his earned due respect with what he pulled off a few days ago, this past weekend, right? But a few more things on my mind as I'm driving here with Nebraska. First and foremost, man, I think that this is going to be an increased challenge for our line play. You know, they got some big boys just like TCU does, but you know, Big Ten football is a dogfight. It's not always the prettiest to watch. As we learned on last Thursday with what was the final score? 10-7, 14-10, something like that, man. I can't even remember. But you know, they got some big boys on the offensive line and defensive line, and I'm excited to see how our units do going up against you know, some Big Ten quality lines. Now, is Nebraska one of the higher end teams right now in the Big Ten? Absolutely not. But again, I think it's going to be a good challenge, and you know that they're going to come in here motivated to prove themselves as well. However, like I said earlier today, when you hear Matt Rule kind of going, I feel like he was almost going too far, going a little overboard with how much praise he had for Colorado and Coach Prime. I mean, you might as well crown us as the conference champions already, right? With the way that he was talking, you got to wonder if that affects the psyche, of this team coming in here. So again, I'm expecting the Buffs to win. I think they will definitely. This is not betting advice, and only bet money that you can afford to lose. But I am expecting them to cover the spread and really stretch this defense and challenge this secondary. Again, what we saw with TCU this past week is that they had a very talented secondary. I think it was ranked within the top 15 or so nationally, right? And they just could not cover. They could not cover the amount of threats that we had. Rather, I mean, we had Travis Hunter that burned Newman a handful of times, and just, I mean, he would have had a couple touchdowns. One was dropped by him, the other he was just a smidge out of bounds, right? Just didn't have control early enough. And then we saw that, I mean, if you press that team, we got too much speed. We got Xavier Weaver or Jimmy Horn, if he gets a quick release, good luck covering him over the top. And even when that team when TCU provided good coverage, Shedeur was given a clean pocket on so many of these throws, and he was just able to absolutely pinpoint some of these deep passes, really top-level stuff on fluttering or layering the ball in on certain throws in between, different defensive backs, right to the receiver. I'm hoping that I would like to see you establish a little bit more of a run game this weekend, just because I think that's going to be important. But man, good luck coming and facing this team at altitude. They were talking, the whole team was talking about how even the pace that they were playing at last week, which is an extremely fast pace, was not even close to the pace that they practice at, where they're wanting to get to. So what I'm really excited about now is that Nebraska's going to come in here, they're going to experience the altitude, and they're going to get gassed. And this altitude, it's not just man, what do you call it? When you take a medication, but it's not, it's actually just like a fake one. Placebo effect. This isn't a placebo effect. This is real. If you've ever traveled here, even if you're in half decent shape, the first 24 hours here, you might be a little bit more drowsy, you might be a little bit more tired, you get dehydrated quicker. All that is real. They will feel effects of the altitude. I'm interested to see if they get in here on a Thursday to try and get a little bit more acclimated to it all, but just like we did with the heat, right? But what I would like to see again is this team getting the ball. I want to take the ball first. Just go down and score, and then just make Jeff Sims and Nebraska play from behind, because right now, and we know this as Colorado fans, if we don't have top-end quarterback play, that really affects your ability to win in different ways. Just like I talked about how this team can win in so many different ways, or that's my hope. Nebraska's pretty limited to only winning games that play out in a certain style of play, where it's got to be a dogfest, and it's probably going to have to be low scoring, ugly Big Ten football, right? But what I think is cool about this matchup is that I don't think that they're going to come out here and try and reinvent the wheel with their offense. I mean, they're going to play smash mouth football, and I'm excited for us, to take those punches or whatever and punch back in that same way. I want to see us not only match the physicality that they're bringing, but top it. I want to see us dominate the line of scrimmage. Again, I would have liked to see some more of that against TCU, but we really didn't need to run the ball all that much. That's just kind of how the play style played out, with the game, was that it was just a scoring fest. It was so entertaining. But we ran enough and we ran effectively enough against TCU to where that play action was incredibly effective. Just like I said earlier today, Steven from the QB Spotlight pointed out to me this morning that Shedeur was 14 of 15 from passes off of play action. I love it, man. I love it. So now I'm here at a light. Let's see what y'all are saying. Correction, AP has them ranked 22. Thank you for that, Jay Sanders. Let's go. 22. Again, if you guys are just tuning in, I'm sorry. Going down for a meeting here to Denver, and I saw it was the coaches poll that has us ranked at 25, 19, and then AP poll has us ranked at 22. Now, again, what I was saying to my friends last night when I was just texting along with them is that I think that they will come in ranked 25, and that's kind of what I was expecting. And so 22, man, I think that's great. But I guarantee whether you feel like this is fair or not, I definitely feel like this football team probably feels like that's too low, right? So, just keep adding more motivation for them to feel slighted. They're going to, obviously this team looks for ways to add, increase the chip on their shoulder, right? So, I keep disrespecting this team, keep giving us, reasons to find that extra edge, to find that motivation. We'll take that and run with it. That's for darn sure. All right, let me turn here. If y'all are coming into town for the first time, I'm trying to think of some things that you should know. One, passenger pickup is the floor below baggage claim at the airport. If you're renting a car or getting picked up from an Uber, that's the same level as baggage claim. You can come out right there. Don't take my advice. Y'all corrected me yesterday in my live stream with Colin. If you do get a ticket with a rental car, you'll get in trouble, with the parking ticket. So, make sure you understand where you're supposed to be parking on Saturday, or if you're on campus earlier. Those guys are on it, man. They are on it. I think I only had like 3 tickets that I didn't pay during my time at CU, and I just ended up not paying it. I was like, well, my car broke down. There's not really a reason to pay it, man. You guys can't impound it. So, there we go. But do not take my advice with rental cars. I want to make sure that I'm not getting anybody in trouble, anything like that. Sometimes I can tend to break the rules. But, rules, they're meant to be broken, right? We're supposed to go against the grain and all that sort of stuff. So, all right, guys, I'm getting here into downtown, so I got to let y'all go. I appreciate every single one of you. Y'all let me know in the comments what you think about CU's ranking. Is it fair? Is it justified? Is it too high? Is it too low? I want to know. I'll be checking in on that later. And again, I'm going to be talking with Big Dog Chico later this afternoon. So go on my channel, hit the notification for that. It's been a while since I've hung out with Big Dog Chico. We've done a few different live streams and hangouts over the summer, which was a lot of fun, and really looking forward to connecting with him again. So, I did want to say this. I've been seeing Jake Schwanitz from DNVR getting some flack from Nebraska fans for not behaving like a journalist. And he's like, well, I'm not a journalist, I'm a beat reporter, whatever. Someone brought this up on Twitter. I forget who, but I did want to say, beat reporters should be fans of the team. That's how I feel about it. When you're trying to do like all this like way too objective stuff and yada yada yada, I just don't think that's fun, man. Like, beat reporters should be fans. They should talk a little smack if they want to do that, right? No issue with that. So I stand with Jake. I know you guys do too. And I'm gonna let y'all go. And as always, Sco Buffs.